Trump keeps shouting, "Bring the factories home." But that slogan is just the surface. What is really unfolding is a de-globalization game the US is playing to win, and it decides who lives, who dies, and who gets sacrificed. Let me show you the whole board. Globalization was never charity. It was division of labor, and because America was the sole superpower, it wrote the rules. Everyone else did the grunt work downstream. The US kept the top slice of the profit. So what is deglobalization? Simple. Stop subcontracting. The US now wants the entire stack, upstream, midstream, downstream, owned directly, run as one integrated system. The trigger is painful. Decades of offshoring hollowed out American manufacturing. Washington woke up to find its most critical industries no longer in its own hands. But American wages and social costs are high and manufacturing lives on low cost. So the deal is a split. High-end manufacturing comes home to the US. That is where the high-paying jobs stay. The mid and low end at least comes back to the Americas. Take the hottest chain of all, semiconductors. Intel is America's champion. The US steered a big slice of its semiconductor push to Intel precisely because those are the high-wage jobs it once kept at home. But the supply chain shift is unfinished. It still runs through Japan, Korea, and China-Taiwan. Europe? Sorry, barely in the picture. On supply chain security, those three matter far more than Europe. Which tells you the ugly part. If supply chain security is threatened, the one America sacrifices is Europe. The latest case study is a quiet US-Japan double act. The yen had slipped past 165 to the dollar, and the US stepped in to save it, selling its euro positions, buying yen. Think about the alternative. If the yen kept collapsing, Japan would have to defend it, hike rates, or buy yen by dumping dollar assets. Neither option is painless for Washington. Here is the lever. Japan is the world's largest foreign holder of US Treasuries. If Tokyo ever had to sell treasuries to defend the yen, the shock hits America first. US 10-year yields were already near 4.7%. Push them higher and the risk-free rate brushes 5%. Suddenly, money says, why grind in risky markets when the safe 5% just sits there? That flow drains the most overvalued thing on the board, the AI complex. So on treasuries and on AI supply chains, Europe is quietly expendable. But reshoring isn't done. To finish it, America needs three things: cheap energy, cheap raw materials, and allies whose currencies are strong enough to keep buying American orders. Those ally currencies, Japan, Korea, China-Taiwan, are shallow, export-led economies. They survive on two imports, capital and orders. Cut either one, and they stall. And in the AI race, if any one of them stumbles, the whole story collapses. The US is leading this gang. It literally cannot let its junior partners die. That is why Washington needs low energy prices, low material costs, and stable ally currencies to keep the orders flowing. Now every headline makes sense. Bessent partnering with Japan to calm the bond market. Powell forced to talk tough, but stay a paperhawk. Trump stirring volatility on purpose. Different actors, same script. Strip it all away. And there is exactly one purpose: push de-globalization forward on America's terms. So the next time you hear "bring the factories home," remember, it was never about the factories. It is about who controls the board. And right now, that is the whole game. Subscribe, and I will keep mapping it for you.